So a hollow circular bar has an inner radius R1 and an outer radius R2. So if R1 is equivalent to R2 over 2, so most nearly, what percentage of torque can the shaft carry in comparison with a solid shaft? Ito, nasa ano to? Nasa Lindeberg. Okay, so isa din sa kinukuhanan, no? Ng questions sa board exam. Okay, meron daw tayong ang gagawin daw natin dito, so i-compare daw natin yung percentage ng torque between a hollow and then a solid. Okay? Syempre, dapat mas malaki yung sa solid. Tama? Mas malaki yung torque ng solid. Okay? Ayan. So, therefore, so gamitin natin yung dalawang formula. So, since we are comparing torque. Okay? So, solid. So, ito naman, parehas siya na circular in cross-section. Okay? So, let's say, the stress or torsional stress of S is the solid. Okay? Formula that is 16 TS. Ayan, divided by pi d cube. Okay, pi d cube. Okay? And then also, so sa hollow naman po, so at hollow, okay, so it is the torsional stress, let's say H for hollow. So we have your 16 times the torque in hollow over pi d cube. Okay? Yan. So since ang sinabi lang naman is yung torque natin, yung i-compare, and then ang nag-change lang naman dyan yung radius. Okay? So yan lang yung sinabi sa problem, no? So therefore, syempre, para ma-compare yan, so assume natin na parehas yung torsional stress nila. Okay, also know that the diameter is twice of your radius. Okay? Ayan, so ang gagamitin natin for solid, yung outside diameter, no? Okay, yung 2R. Yung 2R1. Diba? If R1 equals R2 over 2, so yung R2 is also 2R1. Okay, lagay na lang natin dito. Sorry, so mali itong formula natin. Okay, so 16TH, so divided by pi. Okay, so divided by pi times outside diameter. So raised to 4 minus the inside diameter raised to 4. So I think meron pa tayong outside dito. Ayan. Okay, so let's try to substitute. Ayan, so equate natin yung dalawang torsional stress. So from that, we have your 16 TS. So divided by pi. Okay, again, so ang gagamitin po dito is yung outside. Let's say DO. Okay, so substitute. So we have your pi and then d cube. Okay, so given that is outside, so R2 is also 2R1. Okay, magbase na lang po tayo dito. Okay, so if R1 equals, so yung outer radius daw natin is your R2. Okay? And so R2 is also 2R1. And therefore, so pwede rin nating sabihin, convert na lang muna natin sila lahat, no? So sa ano natin, diameter. Kasi diameter yung formula. Okay, so therefore from here, so D2 is also 2 multiplied by, di ba yung R1 natin? Sige, so D2 is 2R2. Okay, and then yung D1 is also 2R1. Substitute lang natin dito. So we have your R2 is D2 over 2. Okay, and then twice of your R1 is D1 over 2. Okay, so kaya we can conclude also that D2 is also 2D1. Parehas lang. Okay, so parehas lang siya dito. Okay, so from that, so substitute lang natin. Ayan, we have your 2D1. Okay, then this is raised to 3. Tama ba? So R1 is, if R1 is equivalent to R2 over 2. Let's try this one. So this is equivalent to 16 times TH. Okay, multiplied by our outside diameter. Okay, so yung outside diameter natin, again, So it is 2d1. Okay, so 2d1, then this is divided by pi, so multiplied by the outside diameter. Okay, it is also 2d1. Then this is raised to 4, so minus d1. Okay, then this is also raised to 4. Okay, so ang gagawin ko na lang dito ay mag-shift solve na lang tayo. Okay, so kunin lang natin yung ratio. Okay, or let na lang natin. So let d1 is equivalent to 1. Okay, and then shift solve. So kunin natin yung value ng th over ts. Okay, let's try. So we have your 16. So let's say kunin natin, no? I-cross multiply mo lang. Okay, lagay lang natin dito yung ts. Okay, so shift solve. Ayan, so we have your 16 and then divided by, so ilalagay, alisin natin si ts na ilalagay natin siya doon. So cross multiply. Okay, para maging th over ts. So 16 over pi and then times 2. Okay, so cancel na natin yan, raised to 3. Okay, so times 2 raised to 3. And then this is equivalent also to 16. Okay, times x. So let x be your th over ts. Then times 2. So divided by pi. Okay, then times 2 raised to 4. Okay, so and then minus 1 raised to 4. Okay, so shift solve. Okay, so answer there is 0.9375. Okay, so th over ts is 0.9375. Okay, so multiplyan natin ng 100%. Okay, this is also 93.75%. Okay, or approximately 95%. Okay, letter D. Shift solve nyo na lang ito, engineers, no? So, wag pong malilito. Okay, ang ginawa ko na lang dyan is nilet ko. Sa shift solve natin, let x is th over ts. Okay, nag-cross multiply tayo doon. Yan, ito yung equation natin. Okay, so yan. So, tinanggal ko lang yung ts, kinross multiply ko doon. Okay, so and then yung d1 natin, nilet ko lang na 1. Okay, so that's your number 32. So yan, copy nyo na lang ito. Itong equation natin. Sige, para may guide kayo. Ayan. Medyo putol kasi. Sige. Okay, so 1 raised to 4. Ayan na lang. Ayan. Okay, sige po. That's your number 32. Okay, so next, number 33. Ayan, so hinahanap kasi no, comparison ng torque natin. Okay, so nilet natin. Torque lang naman, no? Tapos, ang nag-change lang daw yung radius. Okay, meron siyang binigay na condition, yung kalahati daw. Okay, yung inside, kalahati daw ng outside. Okay, so para ma-compare yan, syempre, ilet natin na parehas yung stress. Okay, so next, number 33. Okay, so Poisson ratio is the ratio of, so kung nakuha mo yung isang number, makukuha mo rin to. Okay, so yung number, yung isang objective bullet kanina. So, pakihanap na lang ito. Okay? So, parehas lang yung problem, no? So, the same. Okay, kaya sa board exam, may mga ganyan din po tayo. Okay, so yung mga parehas na question, so tignan nyo, baka may pattern. So, baka in-eliminate nila yung isang number. Tapos, isang value lang yung naiwan na parehas. Di kahit di mo na i-solve, yun na yung sagot mo. Okay, so ang sagot dyan is still, so pabaliktad lang pala ito, no? So, unit lateral deformation to the unit longitudinal deformation. Okay, so that's number 33. Okay, so next, number 34. Okay, so the maximum moment of a beam with span 7 meter, so carrying a uniform load of 12 kilonewton meter with both ends fixed is equivalent to blank. Okay, so ito po ulit, gagamitin natin yung general, yung formula natin for maximum moment. Okay, hanap na lang po ito sa 2001 book. Okay, so or pwede nyo i-search sa internet. Okay, so beam fixed. Okay, so beam fixed at both ends. Okay, so ito po ay uniformly distributed load. Okay, so uniformly distributed load. So ito pa, di ba, nung college tayo, so nasanay tayo sa may figure na. Okay, but again, so never po tayo makakita ng figure sa board exam. So far, okay, wala naman pong, hindi pa naman binago. Okay, so ayan, so we have a formula, so maximum moment, so ito, dalawa ito. Okay, kapag at ends, okay, so yung formula po natin dito, this is equivalent to, okay, so yung force natin, so force per meter, okay, so divided by the length square, and then divided by, or multiplied with the length square over 12. Okay, so ito yung unit nito ay kilonewton per meter. Okay, so another one, so kapag yung maximum moment naman na hinahanap ay sa sentro, so at center, okay, so this is equivalent to, so omega L squared divided by 24. Okay, so since ang hinahanap ay sa ends, okay, so with both ends fixed, okay, we will use yung over 12. Substitute, so this is equivalent to, so we have your 12 kilonewton. Okay, kung ang binigay dyan is, kunwari, 12 kilonewton lang, so alisin mo lang yung square dito. Okay, parang yung sa concentrated load natin. So we have 12 kilonewton per meter, so unit analysis din. Okay, we have 7 meters square. Okay, then divided by 12. Okay, so ang sagot dyan is 49 kilonewton per meter. Okay, so from the choices, it is letter A. Troubleshoot yung unit. Okay, dapat kilonewton meter. Okay, so troubleshoot. So kilonewton meter ito dapat. Di ba yun naman po yung unit ng moment natin. Okay, so 49 kilonewton meter. Okay, so letter A. Yan, di ba? So kung di mo alam yung formula, so lalong-lalo na po kapag dalawa lang yung given or tatlo lang, ganyan. So try mong mag-unit analysis. Parang ito, so para makapag-produce ako ng yun nga lang kasi, confusing din yung choices. Kasi sabi niya kilonewton per meter. Okay, pero sabi niya kasi moment, so kaya dapat kilonewton meter yung choices. Di i-try mong mag-unit analysis. So kilonewton per meter, okay, dapat mawala yung meter dito, no? Okay, dapat kilonewton meter yung mangyari. Okay, para mawala yon, so dapat magmo-multiply ka ng kilonewton meter tapos 7 meter. Okay, kung dinirekta mo yung minultiply, kilonewton lang yung unit. Okay, dapat i-square mo siya. So, ang problema mo lang dyan yung constant. Di trial and error mo, no? So, try mong mag-divide ng mga values. Okay, kung ano yung lalabas sa choices, o baka yun yung sagot. Kunwari, 2. 294, wala. Okay, gawin mo yan, and so on. So, kung ano yung lumabas. May pag 24 ba? Wala naman. Okay, so ganun yung mga senaryo, no? So, wag kang papayag na magtsitsamba ka kagad. Okay, so lalong-lalo na po kay ESAS. Wala naman. Okay, 12 lang yung lalabas sa choices. Okay, so that's your letter A. Next, number 35 onwards. Short solutions naman itong mga to. So, try natin kung kayang matapos within time. Okay, so a metal specimen with 36 millimeter diameter and has a length of L equals 360 millimeters. So a force of 300 kilonewton elongates the length by 1.2 millimeters. So question, what is the elastic modulus or also the modulus of elasticity? Okay, meron tayong elongation, so meron kang force or load, meron kang diameter, meron kang length. So ibig sabihin, pwede nating gamitin yung elongation due to the P, okay, or due to load, which is equivalent to PL over AE. So yung ginamit yata natin sa lecture ay elongation P. The same lang po yan. Okay, so again, so direct sub and then unit analysis. Okay, we have your 1.2 millimeter. So equivalent to your load 300 kilonewton. So ang gagawin ko na lang dito, engineer, so since dominant si millimeters, base na lang ako kay millimeter. Okay, kunin ko na lang yung newton per square millimeter kasi yun din ay megapascal. Okay, so 300 kilonewton times your length, 360 mm. So kung di ka pa sanay sa pagsosolve, okay, ng may mga units, so I advise ilagay mo yung unit. Okay, para malaman mo kung kailangan pang mag-convert or hindi na. Okay, so area, so wala namang binigay or walang indication ng hollow, so assume solid. Again, engineer, so hindi ko na po yan i-convert. Okay, so square multiplied by E. Kasi ang makukuha natin dyan, Newton per square millimeter. Okay, so Newton per square millimeter is also megapascal. Yan, chip solve. So your E now would be okay, so solve natin. So 300 times 10 raised to 3 times 360, so over 1.2. Then times your pi over 4. Okay, and then times 36 square. Okay, so that is 88,419.41. Yan, so that is Newton per square mm. Okay, or this is also in megapascals. So from the choices, it is exactly letter D. Okay, so yan, so direct substitution. At parang sa quiz natin, so dalawang items lang yung isang item lang yung hindi na-discuss nung lecture, yung 28. Tapos yung 32 kasi ay ratio and proportion. Ganun din pala yung 34, hindi na-discuss. Okay? So, new formula, kumbaga. Next, 36. Okay, so stress tensor contains the following independent stresses. Okay, again, nasa Pinoy Bigs po ito. So, answer there is letter C. Nasa 4.6 din yata. So, normal stresses plus 3. 3 normal stresses plus 3 shearing stresses. Okay, so 37. So, hollow steel tube with an inside diameter of 100 millimeter must carry a tensile load of 400 kilonewton. So, determine the outside diameter of the tube if the stress is limited to 120 meganewton per square mm or per square meter. Okay, so tensile load, so meaning we will use the simple stress formula. So, stress is equivalent to force divided by your area. Okay, so hollow po yan. So, hollow axial. So, ibig sabihin, so pi over 4 times the outside square minus your inside square. Okay, ang hinahanap, outside diameter. So, given the inside diameter, also given stress and given force. Okay, direct sub. Okay, ang gagawin ko na lang, engineers, ay magbabase na lang po ako sa millimeters. Since millimeters si choices. So, I'll convert 120 meganewton per square meter. Take note, this is also megapascal. Okay, gawin ko na lang yan, 120 newton per square millimeter. Okay, so from that, so 120 newton per square millimeter. So equivalent to your force, we have your 400 times 10 raised to 3. Okay, newton, so divided by pi over 4. And then your outside diameter square. So minus your inside diameter, so 100 millimeters. Okay, so shift solve. ipakicalculate nyo na lang, engineer. So your outside diameter there, so from the choices dapat, or from analysis, dapat mas mataas sa 100. Lahat naman sila mas mataas, so possible. Okay, so ang sagot dyan ay 119.35. Okay, so millimeters. So letter D.